Good morning, Internet. I'm Master Briss, and we've caught a sphere. That's it. That's the end. Unfortunately, it's just me now reading the entry. A sphere whirlwind when the big dog star shines, the storm dragon becomes a thunderstorm. I should probably mention that once again we're in post-commentary mode, the reason for this being the audio exploded again. Of course it exploded again. When does it not explode on me? It's just a problematic recurring theme I've got. But there's nothing I can really do about it. It's just the facts of life, basically. And now what I essentially have to do is fill in time for 16 minutes, 41 seconds, and 78 milliseconds. We name a sphere Yonks, as you saw a while back, and it's just gonna, well, we're gonna take it and raise it to 100 because we can, pretty much. And once we've done that, we can begin to take on the post-game. The post-game of this is quite interesting, actually. It's filled with magic and wonders, and no, it's not. It's literally just talk to a bunch of people, obtain artifacts, and then get to the true ending, which is kind of similar to the whole certificate deal, but the certificate doesn't say, congratulations, you caught all the things anymore. It says something different. So I'm not even going to bother describing what's going on screen, partially because it's nothing really eventful, partially because my preview is running at a slower speed than my microphone recording is, i.e. not real time, and as such anything I say will be subject to massive lag. So instead I'm going to fill in time for approximately 13 minutes, including everything I've said so far, with what exactly I thought of this mess, and then in the last couple of bits, we will resolve this whole Ordina thing once and for all, for there is bonus backstory we have not heard yet in the back room of the Lily Cove Library, because the art gallery is now a library. It's technically substituting one form of high culture for another, so I suppose you can forgive them for that, but at the same time, actually no, because yeah, the art gallery would have gone out of business when the contest hall thing got destroyed because of the meteors. I think that was the reason it was given. It got destroyed because of the meteors, and then they built an arena and it made way more money, so they just decided to keep it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the line of inquiry they went. Not line of inquiry. Line of inquiry is completely the wrong word. Line of reasoning. That's what I want. Line of reasoning. So, Pokemon Ultre Sirius version. It's well, it's complete, so I suppose I've got to give points for that, considering that a lot of things don't make it to this stage, let's face it, they just sort of get washed out with the tide of flotsam and jetsam of hacks that will never be fully completed. Dark Violet, I'm looking at you again. I've recently discovered that the person who made Dark Violet has now completely quit the hacking community, so there isn't even any hope of that getting resurrected anymore. Unless someone else finishes it. But I don't think he'd like that, so I probably would advise that something like that doesn't happen. Yes, let's go with that. And yes, I'm probably a little bit lost at the minute, because the instructions I have are, give it to the woman in the thing, and, well, when there are two women, it starts to get a bit difficult. But that's a problem with the instructions, it's not a problem with the game. That said, the sheer amount of stupid fetch quests in this bit kinda drags it down a bit. I mean, it's moving from point A to point B, and it's not really what we came for. Same with a lot of these puzzles that we went through in the Sphere Ruins. They're interesting and they're nice, but at the same time you didn't come here for puzzles. The puzzles are supposed to sort of... I'm tempted to make a Golden Sun comparison, but I think in Golden Sun the puzzles were more important than they are in Pokemon. Because you have more puzzles, you have more synergies, whereas Pokemon you have literally like 5 HMs and there's only a limited amount of stuff you can do puzzle-wise. But what I'm saying is the puzzles shouldn't ever be massively taxing. I mean, you can have them sort of like, you know, brow furrowing. I am not opposed to the furrowing of brows, I will say that now. Brow furrowing is a valuable thing and should be treasured for all eternity or something, but there is a point where it gets to be too much. And I think this game quite easily gets to that point, I will admit. Again, that could just be the Japanese mentality, because apparently they seem to like these sort of weird suicidal things, but... And while we're porting it over, we don't really get to make any changes in the adaptation. It is literally just a translation patch. Which of course comes with Pokemon names, which are actually quite well done for the most part, although a lot of them are now going to be changed when the Vega translation comes out. There have been, like, well, not polls, but people have been making suggestions, things have changed hands. The thing I've kept referring to as Grimdax, the weird pendulum ghost thing, that's now going to be called Necrotia. I'm assuming that's how they want to pronounce it. Apparently it's closer to the Japanese original. Similarly, the thing we know as Blancard, the weird magician's apprentice thing, is going to be called Clotaku. It's a combination of cloak and otaku, which fits it quite well and goes with the original pun in the Japanese name, which was Otakun. So it sort of gets that whole otaku thing across, and that's the original aim, because apparently that line is based on Japanese social stereotypes. So it's an otaku, then it evolves into a hikikomori, I've probably pronounced that horribly wrong, and then finally it evolves into a NEET. That's just what it does. Also, by this point in the recording, I think you'll have noticed that I threw out the soul. See, this is how bad my lag is. It's a minute behind. I'm watching myself throw out the nugget and the soul dew right now. Yeah, I threw out the nugget and the soul dew in an attempt to get drinks. That's just how my life works. That's an autobiography. I threw out a nugget for a soda pop. It would be a terrible autobiography and no one would buy it, and it's probably an even worse business decision to make that autobiography than it would be to drop a nugget and buy a soda pop, but I'm never going back to this game again. I can do whatever I like. I can do whatever I like and nobody's going to be opposed to it. Since I'm not going to have the time to talk about it at the end, I'm probably just going to end up talking here about future projects as well. I mean, I don't really have plans to immediately begin a new series after this because my scheduling doesn't really allow for it, or for me to update with any sort of regularity, you might be able to tell. Although part of that was, oh god, I've got to do Ultra Mare, give me another week, please, please. But, no. The next thing I'm probably going to end up doing... I've said for a while I'm probably going to do Teen Titans 2 because how much worse can it be than the first one? That's my entire reasoning for that. How much worse can it be than the first one? The answer's probably going to turn out to be a lot, but you know, you don't know until you try. I've got to at least try. So I'll do that. That'll come at some point. And also the second hackathon. The first one was the one that began with Top Secret, then Jupiter, then... I don't even remember what the third one I did was. It was Top Secret, it was Jupiter. It was a hack I've totally forgotten. Then it was a Grande out by the Cutlerine, and then it was Super Rising Thunder. I've already picked out the hacks I'm going to do for this one. It's another series of... Actually no, it's a series of 6 this time. And this time I've actually picked one that's closer to a full game to finish on, whereas with the first one I did Jupiter second. It turned out to be the longest of all of them, and the series sort of peaked with Jupiter, and I don't think it ever got quite back. Super Rising Thunder tried, but it was not a Jupiter version. It will never be Jupiter version. But this time we're going to finish with a fairly completed and fairly terrible looking hake, and we're going to see how badly wrong that goes. A lot of them are newer hakes actually as well. These are mostly things I've picked up from the Progressing Hacks subforum over on Poke Community, so they're kind of recent. Some of them have only been released in the past couple of weeks, months, something around there. One of them is literally just a demo and probably won't take up more than 1 or 2 videos. A couple of them are 2 gym, one of them is 3 gym, I think. And like I said, there'll be the full game one at the end, so we'll finish on something fairly substantial. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it will. Where exactly are we? You see, I'm now 2.5 minutes behind, and this timer is telling me 10 minutes. So that means we must be... Ah, we're fighting Gym Leader Gina. That's what we're doing right now, aren't we? With her full team of level 100 things. In a couple of seconds, a jar is about to die. Well, not die, faint, but you get the point. It's nice to have this sort of rematch thing going on, but at the same time, it's really just padding at this point. And I have no idea why she suddenly changed from using ghost types to using everything. Ten Tyrant is apparently getting a change of name in the new one, because well, the naming scheme doesn't really fit with the originals. I mean, if it doesn't say Tenta in it, it's not really a Tentacool line thing. I think they want to change Master Road into something like... I don't know, but the point is it's not Master Road. Something that's less Master Ball themed, because apparently every Electrode fan Evo goes along that route. I think I saw Sphericoil being touted at some point as a name. A combination of spherical and coil as in Tesla coil. I actually quite like that as names go. It also kind of keeps the sort of... I mean, Electrode is, well, it's an Electrode. It's a basic concept in... I'm going to say engineering, and I'm going to be wrong again. So that sort of nice basic name, I think, is what suits Electrode more than anything else, really. Yes, let's go with that. We should be coming to the end of the Djinni Battle now, I think. Yes, at approximately the 12-minute mark, the Metagross faints, and then we're all happy and we go home with nice, shiny, smiling, happy faces. We get absolutely nothing for winning this. Well, we don't get absolutely nothing. We do get a rare candy, so there's that, but at the same time, we're literally just doing this to get to the last little bit. The last little bit being that we can talk to Bianca. Yes, talk to Bianca. That's what we need to do right now, after we have taken this rare candy. We will go, we will talk to Bianca, and she will tell us magical, wondrous things, and also show us a painting. Not the painting that she urged. Actually, no, it wasn't a painting at all, it was a letter. Here it is. It's nondescript. And with that, I'm going to jump cut to the Lily Cove Library. See you there. Alright then, story time. As you can see, there's a sort of bookshelf in the back, and that is the blocked off entrance to the back room of the library. In here, we find ominous fog. Because that's what you want in the back room of a library, apparently. Along with a bed, a diary, and some very strange looking machines. Also, the book Problems with Artificial Pokemon. There's a copy of this in the main library, but the pages are all torn out. This is giving a hint that Ordina was created artificially, which we already knew. Although, to be fair, you could access this way before now. You could access it as soon as you became the champion, but I never bothered because I had better things to be doing. I am, however, just going to read the diary. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the diary. Eventually. Here we go, I think. Tuesday, April 10th. Daddy locked us in the back room. We want to get out, but we might make him angry, and he gets unpleasant when he's angry. I guess we'll just put up with it. The eyes in the room are spinning around as if they want to play with us, but the eyes are pitch black. Keep reading. Wednesday, April 11th. We are still in the back room. Mummy opened the door and gave us some rice. It was bright red. The eyes in the room are spinning around. The eyes change colours from white to red, and from red to blue, all while still spinning around. April 12th. My sister won't move. Even if I pinch her or hit her, she won't get up. Her hands are stained red. The eyes in the room are no longer here. Instead, a purple man came to the room. His eyes are very bright red. Friday, April 13th. The purple man took me with him, but I said I wouldn't leave. I took his hand. No, I can't leave her behind. His eyes very bright red. Who am I? Who are you? Tell me now. Let me out. April 32nd. Strange people came up to me. I was given about 10 different injections. The purple man was gone before I knew it. Tomorrow, the strange people are coming back. Don't come back. Don't come back. Don't come back. Don't come back. April 45th. My legs are missing. My arms are missing too. The strange people will be back soon, but I'll be good, good, good. But for the sake of everyone, I'll be good, good, as I was told. I'm happy, happy, happy. Bricklek, 167th. Listen, listen. Master spoke well of me. Brister near together. Ha 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 ha. I want a friend. Will you be my friend? The diary cuts off here. And then for some reason you're thrown in the air. It's unsettling. It's disturbing. And, well, honestly, I'll be glad of it. I'm glad I'm done with this. No more of this weirdness, no more of these stupid puzzles, stupid level curves, to the extent I had to give up the Nuzlocke because I didn't... Well, I gave up the Nuzlocke because I wanted more fake mon, but... that's it. That's the end. We're done. And I'm never coming back. Goodbye, everyone.